What up, peeps? Welcome to today's vlog. We're getting a pretty late start on this one. It's already like 5:30 p.m. But Abby and I filmed a very special bonus video yesterday that I'm not exactly sure when it's going to be uploaded, but hopefully in the next week or so. I think I talked about it in yesterday's vlog, but basically the video is me attempting to name all 151 original Pokemon without like cheating, just from memory. So I think it's a pretty cool video. Hopefully you guys are looking forward to that. I do have one package here that came in the mail today to open up, and I'm really not sure what it is. I'm sure once I open it, I'll be like, oh yeah, this, but it's kind of heavy, and it's in a big regional box here. So let's go ahead and open this up. Abby and I are also going to be doing our grocery shopping later tonight. Before that, though, we're going to go to, there's a new Korean barbecue place here in Vancouver. The type of place where there is a grill in the middle of the table and you cook your own food. And I guess Abby went there for lunch with her mom earlier and told me about it, and I was like, that sounds cool, I want to go. So we're going to go for dinner. And Abby said at dinner time they have shrimp and scallops and all sorts of stuff, which you guys know, that's my favorite. So it's like an all-you-can-eat kind of thing, so should be cool. And then we're going to go grocery shopping after that, which will be good because when you grocery shop when you're hungry, you end up buying a lot of stuff you don't really need. It's a lot easier to stick to your list when you're just buying, you know, what you need. Okay, so this package is not going to be very exciting for you guys, unfortunately. I'm very happy though because... So, let me get it all out here. Oh no, there's packing peanuts! I just spilled them everywhere. Oh man, I'll pick those up here in a second. But, so what we have is the solution and compound for the disc resurfacer. I got 3 things of compound, 1 of the solutions. I'll probably buy another thing of solution here at some point. We got some of the black pads, which are the number 1 pads, and also some red ones, which are number 4. And then I got 100 each of yellow and green pads, and 100 is a lot. So before, I was buying them 10 at a time. This time, I bought 100 of them. So these are the yellow ones. The yellow and the green ones are the ones we go through the most, yellow especially. So each pad is supposed to be able to do about 50 discs before it tells you need to change the pad. What we've been doing, and it's been working perfectly fine, is we've been running it twice. So we run through the first 50, and then it wants us to replace the pad. We reset it like we've replaced it, but we don't actually replace it. And then we run it for another 50 discs, and it still works fine. Every now and then we'll have to change it after like... you know, after like 80 or 90 discs, and it starts to get some little, you know, circular scuffing. So we'll change it then automatically, or manually if we need to. But yeah, so 100 of these things should last us quite a long time, and also 3 bottles. So there's 1 bottle of solution, 3 bottles of compound here. When I first bought the machine, which was a few months before we opened the store, it came with 1 bottle of compound and 1 bottle of solution, and we just now ran out. Meaning that 1 bottle of this and 1 bottle of this should last about a year, at least. So, a little over a year. So, this stuff should last for quite some time. I'm very excited, glad to have this stuff just ready to go so that we don't have to worry about buying it for a long time. So, with all that, that's the only package I had, unfortunately. I didn't really realize that that's what it was going to be, or else I probably wouldn't have filmed it, honestly. But Abby's been playing some Skyrim on her Switch, and I've been playing Dragon Quest Builders 2 today. I was working on editing the videos and everything. Yesterday's vlog I also edited, which took forever because it's 30 minutes long. If you enjoyed that video, please let me know. And if you didn't see it, go back and check it out. I think you guys will really like it. So I'm going to continue playing Dragon Quest Builders until it's ready to go to dinner. We'll film a bunch of that, and then we're going to be doing our grocery shopping. We just got to King Kong Barbecue. King Kong Korean Barbecue. It's going to be good. What did we order?
food.
What'd you get to start?
Beef bulgogi.
And I got shrimp and scallops.
Yeah.
We're gonna cook it on this thing. It's not on yet. We got our shrimp and the beef cooking up. Scallops there. We got rice and some sauces and some other stuff. I wasn't expecting the shrimp to be like jumbo shrimp like this. I thought they were gonna be like cheaper, small shrimp with like no heads. This is really cool. And we got some steak. And we got more of the beef bulgogi. The shrimp was really hard to peel, so I will not be getting any more of that. The scallops are pretty good. Got some lemon and stuff, and some soy sauce. Because most of the stuff isn't really seasoned, but...
Like, this is marinated, but
yeah,
the other stuff is not. Because I think they want to avoid somebody not liking it.
Yeah. More scallops and beef short ribs. I'm finishing up the steak and more scallops. Abby still got her beef bulgogi. They got all new shopping carts at Winco. We're not going to get too much stuff. We might have to go in again tomorrow, but we're at least going to get something. We're trying to get a new fridge though, because ours is like leaking on the inside, and it's just leaking water, but still, we don't know what's going on with it. So we're gonna try to get a new fridge. So we're only going to get stuff that needs to go in the cupboards or possibly in the freezer until we can hopefully get a new fridge. For our local customers at the store, you want us to try and get strawberry moon pies? We typically have the banana and the chocolate ones, but I've never seen strawberry ones before. I don't think they have them at Cash and Carry where we get our stuff, but if you guys want them, let us know. So we got some stuff, and we're gonna head home. It's getting kind of late, so we're probably just gonna play a little bit more of our video games. We literally played all day.
I did not play them all day. You did.
No, you did.
No, I went fishing.
I'm at the part in Dragon Quest Builders 2 where, possible spoiler alert, just warning you, I'm at the part where I've just escaped from prison, which sounds funny for Dragon Quest Builders 2, but that's what I did. So I escaped from the prison, and I got back to the main island, and my pyramid is almost built. So I'm still enjoying the game. The whole prison thing was really cool because it like broke up, you know, the flow of the game a little bit, which is cool. So it's not just the same thing over and over. So, man, the lights are like reflecting crazy.
Smudge on your camera.
Oh well, let's head back home. All right, guys. So I figured that since we didn't have too much exciting stuff to film today, I thought that I would throw together a little list of 10 PlayStation 2 games here that you should be on the lookout for. These are not necessarily hidden gems or anything along those lines. These are just games that you might not think would be a little harder to find or would be a little bit more expensive, but they are. Especially if you're not a collector or you don't have a store or whatever, because obviously most people do not have stores. Some of these games are going to be obvious if you are a PlayStation 2 collector. However, if you are one of these subscribers who watches the channel just because you're into the thrifting stuff or you're into the aspect of the game store, but you're not a collector or even really a gamer, but if you are looking at thrift stores or garage sales or whatever, these are some games to look out for that are a little bit more expensive but are not super obvious. So obviously I'm leaving off any RPGs off of this list because most RPGs in general have a bit more value, so even if you've never heard of the RPG, it's pretty easy to tell if it is one, and it's really easy to look it up. So these are just 10 games that I think you should be on the lookout for that are worth a little bit more, and they maybe don't seem like they would be. So first up, we have Ace Combat Zero: The Belkan War. This one came into the store recently, and I had no idea that it was a little expensive because all of the other Ace Combat games on PS2 are dirt cheap. This one currently is going for about 20 bucks, so look out for that one. And I only picked games that I just had on the shelf just so I could show them. Next is Disaster Report. I believe I picked this one up from the Cowlitz Gamers for Kids Expo in March. This one currently is going for about $45, but it looks like kind of just like a generic action style game, so definitely keep your eye out for that one. And then we have Firefighter FD18. Firefighter game doesn't really seem like something that would be expensive. And it is one of the cheaper ones on the list here, but this is going for about 20 bucks. And then we have Half-Life. And this is, you know, it's on PC, and then there's Half-Life 2 on PlayStation 2 as well. I think it got released on Xbox. Half-Life 2 is cheap, but Half-Life 1 is not. So this one, to me, it seems like it would be cheap because the second one's cheap, but this one currently is going for about 15 bucks. Not super expensive, but it's not a $2 game. And then we have Monster Hunter. The reason I included this one is because, well, if you've never heard of it, you might think that by that cover it could be expensive, and hopefully you'd look it up and see that it kind of is. The reason I included it, though, is because most Monster Hunter games are not very expensive. Now, they're not all dirt cheap, but they're usually not too expensive, and this one is about 17 bucks right now. So if you see the first one for PS2, grab it. The Wii version is dirt cheap, so just keep an eye out for that one. And then this one got on our little trip to the coast. That is Outrun 2006 Coast to Coast. No pun intended right there. This game is expensive on PS2 and Xbox. So if you ever see this one for either system, grab it. It's more expensive on Xbox, but this one right now on PS2 is going for about 30 bucks. And it's a racing game, so a lot of times they do get overlooked. So you might be able to snatch this one up at a thrift store or something, you never know. Then I have Predator Concrete Jungle. My copy here just happens to be factory sealed. I got really lucky. I got it for 35 bucks at a local game store. Currently, a complete copy is going for about $30. A sealed copy goes for about $70, so I got really lucky with that. But Predator, it seems like a popular enough franchise that the game would have sold a ton of copies. So that's why I kind of included it on the list here, because while it's not necessarily based directly off of a movie, it is a movie franchise, and typically video games that are based off of cartoons or movies are usually not very expensive, but this one is, so try to grab that one if you can. Then we have Pacific Theater of Operations 4, or PTO 4. I included this one because most military-style games are usually not expensive. This one is. This one currently is going for about 20 bucks, which, you know, not crazy expensive, but for like a military strategy style game, that is, you know, pretty uncommon. They tend to be in that, you know, $2 to $5 range for most of them. Stuff like Battlefield and Call of Duty and, you know, stuff like that. So watch for that one. Two more here. We have Raw Danger. I believe this one is either a sequel or a prequel to Disaster Report. I don't know for sure, but they are made by the same company. They have similar styles to the art and everything. So Raw Danger currently is going for about 20 bucks, so be on the lookout for that one as well. And then lastly, we have Urban Reign. And to me, the cover on this one and everything about it, it just looks like a typical fighting game. I haven't played it, of course, but it goes for about 20 bucks. So if you're out thrifting and you happen to see this one, I'm pretty sure it's on Xbox as well, and I think both of them are around that $20 mark, so be on the lookout for that one as well. So that was just a little quick rundown of a few PS2 games that I think don't seem like they would be very expensive, but some of them are. So definitely be on the lookout for those if you're out thrifting or at garage sales, like I said, guys. And even if you see these at game stores, sometimes, you know, prices on these games used to be cheap and now they're a bit more expensive. So if you find a store that has maybe had it in stock for a couple years, the price might be cheap compared to what it goes for now, and then you can get a good deal. So that's it, guys. Hopefully some of you learned a little something. I know that a lot of these games are going to be obvious to people who collect PS2 or collect video games in general, but I know that we have a lot of viewers on the channel who are not game collectors, and hopefully this information is helpful in some way. Alright guys, so that is going to do it for today. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please smack the like button, leave a comment down below, and also hit that notification bell so you don't miss when the videos go up. And of course, do not forget to subscribe. We were going to be going back to the store tomorrow and just doing our regular thing, so hopefully you guys are looking forward to that. And yeah, everything's been going good. I'm really happy with how the channel's doing, and you know, all the stuff, and hopefully you guys are still enjoying the videos. So don't forget to do all the things I said, everything, you know, down below, and we'll see you guys again tomorrow.